Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. As you can see, my hands are tied. So yeah, I've been wanting to make a video, but it has been very difficult. So right now she's using the Dr. Bronner's bottle, baby bottle. This one it helps with the colic, the gas, whatever. So far with it, it's good. It's just sometimes she spits up a little bit, but it's all good. Right now she's 3 months today. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It has been 3 months already. And she's growing up so fast. She's already wearing size 3 to 6 month clothes. Some 6 month clothes don't fit already, like they're too big. But there's some onesies that run really small and they just fit her. So I wanted to talk about a little bit about like the pregnancy that I had with her. Um, so she was born via C-section. Um, it wasn't like my choice. That's not the plan that I had to have her like that. But under circumstances, what I cared about was her safety and her being born fine. So when I was like 19 weeks pregnant, the doctors had told me that I didn't have enough embryonic fluid, that she wasn't gonna make it because you're supposed to have a certain amount, and I didn't have that. So the good thing was that my God had spoken to my husband before we went to that appointment, and God had told him that He was gonna take care of his baby girl. We didn't know what it was yet at that time. He was gonna take care of me and take care of him. So when I received that news that they told me that I might be leaking, like it was just, we were supposed to find out the sex of the baby at 19 weeks, and it was just like the worst appointment that we went to. After that, I left and I was just like, how could this be happening? Like, I believe in God, I trust God, I serve God. How can something like this happen? Like, I don't get it. Um, so we just started praying really, like a lot more than we were, and we were canceling anything negative that the doctors were declaring over us, over our baby. And at around 27 weeks, I went back to the doctor, and well, actually at 21 weeks, I found out she was a girl. So my husband had already had a dream that she was a girl, and I had a dream as well that it was a girl. And at 21 weeks, we found out. But again, that doctor kept saying negative things. Like, she would say good things and then negative things. So then, by the next appointment, I asked for a new doctor. But they didn't want to give me a new doctor. I was like, they told me that they were. And then when I go to the appointment at 27 weeks, um, it was another doctor, but she was with the same doctor as well. And this happened to me at Beth Israel in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm not saying that this is a bad hospital, but I just did not like the. I didn't have a good experience. Me and my husband had a horrible experience in this hospital, and she would just told me basically that I should just get rid of my baby. I shouldn't have her. She wasn't gonna be born. She was gonna have all these problems. That her kidneys weren't gonna work. That her lungs, like anything that you could tell, everything bad that could happen. Basically, that's what she told me. And we were like, we don't receive that. And she wanted us to declare, because this is what she said to us: declare what I just said to you. And we're like, we're not declaring any negative things that you just said to us about our baby. That's not gonna happen. We don't receive that. They said that she wasn't that she wasn't gonna develop normally, that like a whole bunch of like the worst things you could hear. And I was like, when I went to my clinic, I had told my doctor there, I don't want to go to the hospital anymore. She's like, let's change you to another hospital. So I got changed to the Boston Medical. And when I went there, the doctors were so nice. It's not that they were like, we're gonna be honest with you. We're not gonna tell you what it is, what it isn't. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then they told me what they thought, and they were like, well, right now she's fine. Her heartbeat's fine. Her brain activity is normal. She's moving. They had done stress tests on me, like a whole bunch. Like, I had to go to the hospital towards the like 35 weeks. I started going to Boston Medical, and I had to go every week, twice a week. the last 2 weeks, because I gave birth to her at 37 weeks and 6 days, because they told me my placenta was older than it was. I don't know, but it was a whole bunch of stuff. I just want to share this story because um, everybody that thinks it's gonna be, oh, this is gonna be a magical moment, it's gonna be, that's what we thought, but you know, like, it was a good pregnancy. Besides the doctor, you know, trying to like freak me out and tell me all this stuff and telling me things that she wasn't even sure about. Because if you're not sure about a certain thing, why are you even telling me or bringing that up? Telling me, oh, maybe it's a genetic thing, blah blah blah. There's nothing wrong with her. Like the day she was born, they ran so many tests that day. Like she was born at 1 in the afternoon, and I got to see her again at 9 p.m. because they were running tests, all kinds of tests to make sure that what the doctor had said at Beth Israel wasn't true. So they checked her lungs, they checked her kidneys, they checked her head, her brain, and I'm even gonna add pictures to this video of how her head looked like when she was born because she was breached. So I had looked this up already. When a baby's breached, their head is flat in the top and it's kind of like pointy, and that's because they're breached. And they were like freaking out about her head size, blah blah blah, and they tested that out too. So I went to an appointment recently, and the doctor, the ortho, when he saw her, he was like, "What are you guys doing here? Like, she's totally fine. Like, her head is normal. Her head is the way every baby's head is supposed to be. Like she's developing normal. Like right now, she's 3 months right now. She is like learning so much already. She recognizes me and her dad. She just finished eating, so she's kind of like tired. She recognizes her aunt, her uncle, her uncles, 'cause she has a few uncles. She's doing really great. Like, we couldn't be happier with how good she's doing. How you can't believe everything a doctor tells you. You gotta trust God above all things, because there's more stuff, but I probably don't remember right now because I have all these notes in my phone, and my phone's being used right now to record. But basically everything that you could tell me wrong about my baby, they told me that, and I just want to share this story because I know there's people out there that go to these doctors and they wanted to make me have her early at like 20 something weeks, and I'm like, she's not ready to be born that early. That's bad. And thank God that she was able to be born at 37 weeks because I was already almost full term basically. But she was born so big. She was almost 8 pounds. She was a big baby, so it's not like she really fit in there. Like, I felt like she was so heavy to hold the last few months that I'm like, I was so happy she was born 2 weeks early because she was really heavy. Like, I remember I left work a week before, and because I really could not work anymore. Like, she was so heavy. Like, I would get back pains. Like, really working pregnant is not easy. Like, I have so much more respect for women that have children, that work, that have to go to school, that gotta do stuff on their own, more than ever, because I never, like, it's not an easy thing, but it's a wonderful thing. And I'm really blessed that she's here and she's doing well. Like, they were like, oh, she might not be able to use the bathroom good, and she does her tool, she does her pee, and everything's normal. Like, we went to like every appointment. Genetics, we went to the pediatrician, we went to the ortho, we went what else? The only thing that she had to use was a harness. And it was because since she was breached, her legs were like structures in the video towards the end. Her legs were like straight up on both sides because of the way she was in my stomach, because she didn't have enough liquid. But they told me that her motor skills were not gonna be good, blah blah blah. Like, she moves fine. Like, right now it's probably the light that's bothering her, but she moves completely fine. So none of the stuff that they told me, none of that came true. And also because we believed what God had told us, that she was gonna be a healthy baby, everything was gonna be fine. And that's exactly what happened. When you declare what God says to you over any doctor, anybody, God's word goes over any doctor. The doctors don't know everything. God knows everything. So I'm not saying that I'm against doctors because I don't want people to, but when they're telling you something that goes against what God has told you, you better believe that I'm not believing what the doctor's saying. Like, you better believe. You're telling me that I have a healthy baby and you're telling me to get rid of my baby? Like, I don't believe in abortion. That's probably a very controversial thing. That's my personal opinion. I respect everybody's opinion. So if you're for it, that's on you, and that's good for you. But for me, I don't agree with that. We don't agree with that. So we weren't gonna get rid of our baby. And imagine if I did.
She's smiling.
I would have I would have regretted it. You know, like this little angel. Like, we are like totally different people after she's been born. Like. She's brought so much joy to our lives, like in a level that you can't even explain or describe to another person. We're really blessed. She's really amazing. Like, I can't stress that enough. I also want to make a video later on about different bargain deals that I've gotten and different tips that I have so far. Hey, mama, keep a shoe. Keep a shoe. She probably has a gas. You probably has a gas, mama. You pass your mama. So yeah, so yes, I should probably end this video now before she starts crying. Hey mama, keep a show. Keep a show. If you want like a more in-depth video of my pregnancy or my C-section, keep a show, mama. Keep a show, mama. Let me know. If you want a more in-depth video of that, and I will definitely try to do that. I know I did a very short summary of what happened, like of my pregnancy, towards the end of my pregnancy, and then her birth. But yeah, definitely the doctors were really surprised to see that she was fine. That she didn't have what the other doctor told me that she had. So you should always get a second opinion, right? Right, mama? Right? You should always get a second opinion. Never trust a doctor over God. Like, don't allow that to take control over you, because God is real and He heard our prayers and He told us to trust in Him and not to worry about what the doctor was saying. Right, baby? Right? Right, baby girl? Right? Yeah, she probably has a gas because she's a really good baby. She usually only cries when she has a gas, she's hungry, or I have to change her diaper, which I'm sure I do now. But thank you for watching this video. As you can see, her head is normal, and you guys will see her head now. Like, it's God did the miracle in her head and everything that they said it didn't happen. So she burped. But yes, so yes, thank you for watching, and I will try to make more videos soon. If you guys want like more, if you guys have any pregnancy questions or whatever, any kind of question, just leave it down below, and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks for watching.